Hello, YouTube family, and welcome back to No More RIP, No More Residing in Poverty. My name is Ray Williams, and I am a personal financial consultant and educator. I specialize in helping underserved individuals build personal wealth using proven strategies and techniques. First of all, give me the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, go to the website www.emmett.com, and you will find valuable information and resources that can help you build personal wealth. Now, the previous video, I talked about the three things that's required to start building personal wealth: debt ratio, credit scores, net worth. Know those three things. Matter of fact, go to info. Well, let me rephrase that. Email me at info@emmett.com and request a free copy of the spreadsheet that will assist you in calculating your debt ratio and your net worth. That's info@emmett.com. That's the email address to get that spreadsheet, no charge. Okay, as I mentioned last week, this week I will be talking about reducing debt, strategies for reducing debt, legal strategies. And I always express that legal because there are so many people out there on YouTube that's, I won't say teaching, providing information that is incorrect and illegal in some cases. So this show is about legality, using legal strategies to build personal wealth. Now, reducing debt, that's part of your debt ratio. Remember, and in the last video, I spoke about the debt ratio you want to have is at least 45% or less. Less is better. So focus on your debt ratio. And first of all, how do you reduce debts? Start off by making a list of all your debts from the lowest to the highest balances. You have a balance of $1,000 as your low, your high balance $20,000. List those balances in order. Now, what you want to do, you want to pay off the lowest balance first. Why? Because it's quicker to pay off the lowest balance. I've heard people actually say pay off the debt that has the highest interest rate. But it may take you 20 years to pay off that debt, whereas the $1,000 debt, it may take you 6 months. And once you pay that lower debt off, take that money that you were paying on that lower debt, add it onto the payment of your next debt. Example, if you are paying $100 on the $1,000 debt and you are paying $200 on the next lowest debt, you put that 100 with the 2. Now you are paying $300 on that second larger debt and reducing it as quick as possible. So reduce those debts as quick as possible. Add that money to the next debt. Let's go to the third debt. Now you have $300 that you freed up. Add that 300 plus whatever you're already paying on that third debt, and pay that debt down as quick as possible. So you may have heard the term used, snowball effect. Basically, it's a snowball. You get that snowball rolling, and you're paying off more debt quicker. Now, another way to pay off debt, for say, is by refinancing. Now, this doesn't pay off your debt. Let me rephrase it. It doesn't pay off your debt, but it reduces your payment, possibly. Example, if you have an automobile, and let's assume you bought the automobile 2 years ago and you have a 5-year promissory note. And let's say you owe you're paying on a $25,000 loan. But now you paid the loan down to say, $15,000. Now you go in and if possible, refinance that automobile. Why? Because now you will be paying a loan on a $15,000. You will be making payments on a $15,000 loan instead of a $25,000. And when you do this, ask for the maximum time to pay that loan off. And hopefully what you will get a monthly savings. So you basically switched over from making payments on a $25,000 loan. Now you're making payments on a $15,000 loan. Now, the good thing about that, you paid off the other loan. Technically. Why? Because you were still paying on that automobile. You refinanced the automobile. And what happens during that transaction? That loan is paid off and they start a new loan. So for your credit reporting purposes, you paid off that loan early, which helped your credit score, which looks good on your credit because when lenders look at that loan and they'll say, oh, they paid off that automobile. So refinance your automobile. You're saving money, you're not paying the debt, but you are saving money. So let's just say, for example, if you save an extra $75 per month by paying off that automobile loan, refinancing that automobile loan, now you have an additional $75 to put towards the payment on one of your lower loans or on your credit cards. So basically, it just frees up more money. You can do this with a installment loan. So let's say you have that you took out a $10,000 installment loan and you owe $5,000. Remember, you are still making payments based on a $10,000 loan. So you go in and refinance the loan because you only owe $5,000. So you refinance it. Now you have a loan that's for $5,000 based on a $5,000, a payment based on a $5,000 loan. You freed up money again to apply towards paying on your other loans. So you can do that with any installment loan, whether it's a home, car, personal loan. Now, if you have student loans, sometimes you may be able to go in and renegotiate your student loans and get a lower payment. And the same thing, take that additional money that you free up, pay on another debt. No more residing in poverty. Visit the website, www.YeKnowEmmett.com. You have any questions or comments, send them to info@YeKnowEmmett.com. Hit the subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up. Share the video. This show is about financial literacy. I don't joke around. Sometimes I might get a little joke in there every once in a while. But I'm serious when it comes to financial literacy, particularly in the African American community. Based on statistics, African Americans have the lowest net worth, lowest credit scores, highest debt ratios. So that's why I do what I do. We, as African Americans, we are running behind in the race for financial equality. And the way you fight or, run the race is through financial literacy. Financial literacy will help you get ahead, break the poverty chain. That's why I wrote the book, Use Rules for financial success, how to unlink the poverty chain. Because someone somewhere along the line has to unlink that poverty chain. Will it be you? Will you be the one that break the poverty chain? Stop residing in poverty. We do not have to live in poverty. We have to get educated financially. We have to become financially literate. Reduce your debt. Get out of debt. Now, I like to rephrase that. I won't say get out of debt because most people can't afford to be without debt. Most people, you have to finance your automobile. You want to buy a home. You may need an installment loan. But reduce your debt. Keep an eye on your debt ratio. Try to keep your debt ratio below 45%. And I guarantee you, if you get your debt ratio down to 30%, as I mentioned in the previous video, even if you have a lower credit score, there's a high possibility that you will be able to get approved by lenders with a low credit score and low debt ratio. Think about it. I know that sounds odd, but what I'm saying, debt ratio, let's say 30%, credit score 600. So you have a low credit score, low debt ratio. But the low debt ratio will outweigh the low credit score. It happens. It's real. So for all these people saying you need a 700 credit score, 800 credit score, that's not true. It's nice to have because it does help you save money because you get a better interest rate. But when you're not there, focus on your debt ratio. Then you focus on building your credit scores. And how do you build your credit scores? Reduce your debt. Reduce your usage on your debt. What I mean by your usage ratio is if you have a credit card that has a $3,000 limit and you pay that credit card down to $1,000, your usage ratio is lower. So you bring your credit score up. You pay off that credit card, your score goes up because you have zero usage. Part of financial literacy. Learning how to create that balance using your knowledge of finances. Again, Ray Williams, no more residing in poverty. Subscribe. Introduce your friends and family to the videos. My videos is about serious people. People who want to build personal wealth. How do you build personal wealth? Through financial literacy. Lower your debt ratio. That's what this this video is about. Paying off your debt. Monitor your debts. Get a copy. Go to email me at info@YanoneEmmett.com and request a copy of the spreadsheet. It's easy to use. All you do is put the numbers in and it lets you know what your debt ratio is. It lets you know what your net worth is. Now, there are softwares online. Just go online and look for debt ratio calculator, net worth calculators. So they are available online, free. But focus on reducing debt. Again, Ray Williams, no more residing in poverty. Thank you for watching.